Mambe, disene patonya. Mambe, disene patonya. Nasi mane ya jebeni. Odika se na patameni. Nasi mane ya jebeni. Odika se na patameni. Akwenyi gabisi oche. Akwenyi gabisi oche. Enyi na-aga na isoghị n'azụ. Enyi na-aga na isoghị n'azụ. Na-asị ma nne ya jebe enyi. Ọ dịgasị na-abata m enyi. Na-asị ma nne ya jebe enyi. Ọ dịgasị na-abata m enyi. Akwa enyi ga-abụ isi oche. Akwa enyi ga-abụ isi oche. Enyi na-aga na isoghị n'azụ. Enyi na-aga na isoghị n'azụ. Kpọkpọkpọ ndụ. Kpọkpọkpọ ndụ. Kpọkpọkpọ ndụ. Kpọkpọkpọ ndụ. Ige ntị. Kpọkpọkpọ ndụ. Ị ga-anụ ka esi wee lee onye isi oche. Kpọkpọkpọ ndụ. Ka a na-akpọ Chiama. Kpọkpọkpọ ndụ. Kpọkpọkpọ ndụ. Kpọkpọkpọ ndụ. Nna m eze apata m enyi. Nna m eze apata m enyi. Mambe, isi na-epata onye. Mambe, isi na-epata onye. Nasi mane ya dube jebeni. Ọ dịgasị na-abata m enyi. Nasi mane ya dube jebeni. Ọ dịgasị na-abata m enyi. Akwa enyi ga-abụ isi oche. Akwa enyi ga-abụ isi oche. Enyi na-aga na isoghị n'azụ. Enyi na-aga na isoghị n'azụ. Nasi mane ya jebe enyi. Ọ dịgasị na-abata m enyi. Nasi mane ya dube enyi. Ọ dịgasị na-abata m enyi. Enyi na-aga na isoghị n'azụ. Enyi na-aga na isoghị n'azụ. Kpọkpọkpọ ndụ. Kpọkpọkpọ ndụ. Kpọkpọkpọ ndụ. Adaeze ka dibịa katalụ ndụ. Kpọkpọkpọ ndụ. Onye enu bịa. Kpọkpọkpọ ndụ. Onye ahụ na-ebịa ọjụ. Kpọkpọkpọ ndụ. Anụ enu abịa. Kpọkpọkpọ ndụ. Anụ a na-abịa ọjụ. Kpọkpọkpọ ndụ. Kpọkpọkpọ ndụ. Kpọkpọkpọ ndụ. Kpọkpọkpọ ndụ. Kpọkpọkpọ ndụ. Kpọkpọkpọ ndụ. O wee luo ofu mbọsị nna ya wee kpọọ anya. Kpọkpọkpọ ndụ eze. Kpọkpọkpọ ndụ. Kpọọ nya kpọọ nne kpọọ nwere ndị ọzọ. Kpọkpọkpọ ndụ. Kpọkpọkpọ ndụ. Wee sị kedu ife kpata anụ. Kpọkpọkpọ ndụ. Kpọkpọkpọ ndụ. Di nke izizi abịa eju. Nke ịbụ abịa eju. Nke ịta abịa eju. Nke na-abịa eju. Kpọkpọkpọ ndụ. Ya chọkwa ụmụnne niile. Kpọkpọkpọ ndụ. Na onye bi esi nwoke na-alụ nwaanyị. Kpọkpọkpọ ndụ. Kpọkpọkpọ ndụ. Kpọkpọkpọ ndụ. Kpọkpọkpọ ndụ. Ọ na-adịkwa n'ụmụ anọkata. Kpọkpọkpọ ndụ. Kpọkpọkpọ ndụ. Onye isi nwụnọ. Kpọkpọkpọ ndụ. Ọ bụrụ nna kpọkọ nne kpọkọ ụmụaka. Kpọkpọkpọ ndụ. Ha niile agbakọba nwee nzukọ. Kpọkpọkpọ ndụ. Onye ọbụla ekpe ebe na-ebi ebi. Onye ọbụla ekpe.
Yes, we did it. family name because I see Nanshak. Is it Nanshak? Yes, Peter. I've been seeing your video. How are you? Yeah, we are all dancing to Bobo Bongo. Yes, yes. And Fumi say you're beautiful. Thank you, Fumi. And Deborah, you look fabulous. Yes. Tonight, we are talking about polygamy, good or bad. So I'm coming in a different attire to see if I can get some chicks as well. Akata, akata. Yes, let's start quickly. Nangok say you look stunning. Thank you very much, Nangok. This is my husband's attire, so I decided to wear it as well. To see if the dress is going to make a difference. Wow! Like Gideon, my special nurse angel and my special Gideon. Good evening, fans. Good evening, family. Good evening, Richie. Good evening, the fam. Good evening, Adeyole. Good evening, Chijoke. Good evening, Rhoda. Good evening, Modupe. Good evening, yes. Good evening, I've greeted you. And good evening, Bosayo. Tonight we are going to continue our talk on polygamy, good or bad. We will be continuing our talk on polygamy, good or bad. I hope you can all hear me. I hope you can all hear me. Good evening, ma. Fantastic. We are look at Cintis. Cintis is looking splendid. Okay, so tonight
we have a bit of humming in the background.
Our talk on polygamy, good or bad, part 2. Yes, and tonight is going to be an interactive session. Yes, it's going to be an interactive session. Yes, so we will be having a calling session. We will be reading a lot of your comments, and also we'll be having 1 minute. Yeah, hello.
So good humming sound in the background, noise.
Oh, okay. I was told there's a humming sound. Oh, okay, stay there and see. I'll mute you on the screen. And is that a humming sound? Let me know on the speaker whether it's stopped. Fantastic. Thank you for letting me know. Yes, the admin team, they are super duper active. So I was told there was a humming sound. Let's see. Let's go there. Yes, and fantastic. Rose, good evening, my people in our Mind Talk show. Yes, we are ready. Absolutely. So quick. Jane Ike, good evening, my darling. So we will be having a calling session and we'll also be reading your comments. So this is the telephone line for you to call in, and the phone line is also the telephone number is also rolling on the screen. If you look at the screen, you will see the telephone line is rolling on the screen. So I will urge you to please do call in and let us know what you think about polygamy. But before you do, let's go straight into our normal question and answer session. We are going to our question and answer session. Let's see. Okay. Question and answer session. Fantastic. Yeah, I hope the noise, because they're still sending me message to say there's a noise in the background. Fans, is there still noise in the background? Bad network. Sweet 16. Mohammed. Is there noise in the my destiny is in my hands, Madam Rose? Yes, much love. Is there noise in the background? That's Busayer. Is it okay? Is there noise in the background? It's okay. Fantastic. Oh, family, good evening. Okay, they said it's okay, and I agree it's okay. So tonight, I want to quickly ask you a couple of questions before we start. Admin at the backstage, please give Dr. Temitope the link so he can join us live. Give him the link to join us live. Thanks. Okay. Family, we will start our question and answer session. Last week, we looked at the number of men versus women. We just want a quick recap. This is a very quick, super duper recap of men and women who is more in the world. So, family, this time around, I don't need the statistics. I just need men and women who is more. Is it more men or more women in the world? Forget whether they are in prison, whether they are pregnant, whether they are reverend fathers or reverend mothers. That is not the question currently. The question is men and women from last week in statistics. Who is more? Let me see if you were following. Who is more? Listening. Thank you. Women. Nangog. Who is more in population? Nangog. Were you not here last week? I can't believe that. Men are more. Only you were here last week. Wonderful. Thank you. Man, absolutely different. Thank you very much. Favor say it's more women. Favor, I don't think you joined us in the statistics. Wow, wow, wow. I thought we are all coming back. I see we are more in numbers today. So I'm not surprised that some of you are still giving that our thoughts. You know, when they tell us, hearing you, oh my Mohammed, Dupe, how are you, sweetie? So I agree. Patience say women. Let me repeat the question. Women are more than men. Madam Rose, you were here last week. Oh, dear me. Dear men, Rashidat, thank you very much. That's it. With men, fantastic, fantastic. Mom, I get data. I don't get data. Wilson, wow, I don't know what that means. Patience said men. Absolutely. Mohammed said men. Absolutely. Opeyemi said women. And okay. Toye said it was researched and discovered that we have more men than women. Case closed. Family, I see a lot of people typing women, men, women, men. Last week, I asked the family members to carry out a research, like Tony said, and I did not want to tell you because if I tell you, it will not be, you may not take it in well. Why? Why? Because since we were born, including myself, since we were born, we were told that men are more than women are more than men. Women are everywhere. Men are scarce. Women are more than men in the world. Then last week, the family members did a thorough research, went a lot of places to research, and it was discovered that the population of man to women is more in the number of men. In the population of man and women born from childhood, a baby child, girl child, a baby boy child, to an adult, old adult, male and female children, men are definitely more in number. Even in Nigeria, let me see what the family members are saying. Woo! Orima Degun, men and men, oh, women, now men they practice. Okay, I'll go to the next. We are not talking of polygamy yet. Okay, polygyny, yes. Polygyny is men. Polyandry is women. But let's see. Okay, okay. Now, I want to ask us another question. Family, quickly. I promise not to take long this time around. Quickly, fam, are you from a polygamous home? It's either yes or no. When I say polygamous home, I mean your father, grandfather, great grandfather. Do any one of you have polygamy in your history? polygamous history. Your father or your grandfather or your great grandfather, great grandfather, yes or no? No, Rita, wow, that's fantastic. I didn't know that. Yes, Chijioke, which is obvious. Yes, favorite. Okay, Muhammad said yes, absolutely. Nangot said yes. Okay, Gobem said yes. Yes, me too. I come from a polygamous home. My grandfather, my dad's dad, is polygamous in nature. He married two wives. Yes, you're right. I don't know what I'm writing. Olori. Yes, Hassan. Hassan said yes. And Ezine said no. Ezine, I thought you said your daddy married two wives. I don't understand. What do you mean no? Is it no, you are not married to, or no what? Last time I thought I read from you saying your dad's family came from my grandpa. You went to the next question. You went to the next question. Fabumi said no. So Fabumi, your dad, your granddad, your great granddad, your great great granddad never married two wives. Wow! You need to check your history. I'm shocked to hear that. Whoa! Wonderful. Christine Nazi, you're back. Yes, lost but found. You're giving me love. The question is women are more populated. I mean, woo. Okay. Wow. Okay. Jane, I said yes. So, my dad married someone before my mom, but the women was late before no, that's not polygamy. But my uncle, okay, your uncle, fantastic. So you have a history in terms of your uncle. Thank you very much. So the question I asked, which you guys are answering yes and no, is are you from a polygamous home? In terms of your dad or your granddad or your great granddad, and I saw a lot of yes. So, isn't it say my grandpa married? Absolutely. So when I saw you, this is what you said last week, isn't it? Last week you told us about your father's siblings. Right now you said no. I was like, I thought you said yes before. So I see a lot of yeses. Jane said yes. Jane again said yes. Balogun said interesting. Fumi said yes. Mohammed said yes. And yes. So the next question. The next question now, someone has already answered it. Was it your father or your grandfather or great grandfather? Let's know either my father was or my grandfather was. I want to see how close you are to polygamy. I want to see how close you are to a polygamous family. So the next question, family, is was it you? Most of you said yes. A couple of people said no. Was it your grandfather? Thank you, Tony. Tony, thank you very much. Patient, okay, you're tagging. Yes, my mom come from a polygamous family. So your granddad, grandpa, fantastic. Grandpa, wow, I am learning. Yes, good. Your brother Chu is okay. If you guys look, you will see that Rose Onuko is Onuko. Rose is my dad's younger brother's wife. So my wonderful dad, his granddad married two wives, but my dad married one. But Rose is my dad's younger brother's wife. She has a co-wife. She has a co-wife. And she's not telling me when I'm asking who is the polygamous person. Is it the father? She's telling me her husband, who is my uncle, married two wives. So Rose Onuko, please, when we do the calling session, I would like you to call in so you tell me your first-hand experience of two wives. Yes, whether it's a sweet romance or it's a bitter fight and tussle. Good. Quick. Someone has disappeared from the backstage. Why did you disappear? Come quickly. I cannot take no one at the backstage. So Don't worry, Chijoke, stay there. Don't come. Yes. So I want to know. Yes, Mama. Modube, what do you mean by yes, Mama? Efosa, my sweetheart. Efosa said, grandfather. Okay, thank you, Efosa. Grandfather, fantastic. Only really, I thought women are higher. No, no, women are not higher. From research, my grandfather, my father, who? So Mohammed said her father and also her grandfather, we are all polygamous. All right. So let me see. I'm looking to call someone to come to the backstage. Chijoka said you shouldn't come to the backstage. I want you to be active on the platform. Let me call who should come on the backstage. You are good, Chijoke. Thank you for coming anyway. So I don't even know if I am for wonders shall never end. Why did you disappear? Come to the backstage, please. You're not. So sorry about that. You know, from our research the last time, we realized that if someone is at the backstage, no. So we realized that if someone is at the backstage, the voice will not be cracking. So we did the rehearsal. Okay, Chintalk. Chintalk, we go with his video. Okay. Chintalk, I can see you. Take off your camera. Otherwise, you will show us darkness. We don't want to spoil the day. Chintalk, take off your camera. All right. Oh, all right. So you can also go to the backstage, and we have the person now at the backstage, one of the admin team. Thank you very much. So, Favor, Favor Daniels say, I don't even know if I'm from a polygamous family or not. Chai, I only know my dad. Um, I want to say this, and I want to say it loud and clear. Favor is right. Sometimes we may be from a polygamous family, but we wouldn't know. Honestly, we may be, mm, we wouldn't know. So sometimes it's we may be from a polygamous family, but we wouldn't know. From all areas, we have all the admin team now at the backstage. When they do disappearing act. Okay, so you're not far. Even we that are saying we are not, we don't know if we are, because I tell you, sometimes they can be very secretive about it as well. So grandpa, father, grandfather, Ajayi said my grandfather and my father. Wow, wow. And Fumi said, my grandfather. Wow. Gobem said, my father. He is a Jagamba. Oh, he married 4 wives. Wow. 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 I'm speechless. I'm so happy we are doing this, family. Family, I'm so happy we are doing this. We are realizing what's happening. This is knowing me, knowing you as well in a way. Wow, a lot of you is either your father or your grandfather. I can't believe it. Josie, I see your husband. I love him. Wow. Josie said, my grandpa. Wow. Richie said, my grandpa. Wow. Bamidele said, Bamidele said, wow, I am short of words. Ma, your girl is here. Godwin, Godwin, how are you, Beatrice? How are you, sweetie? Okay, fantastic. I am honestly shocked, and short of words. So most of you, your father or your grandfather, and some of you say you don't even know, because let's be honest, we don't even know. A lot of children are in the world, they don't know their parent, either father or mother. Wow. In fact, I'm so weak. I'm honestly weak. But I will still ask the next question. What was the experience? Is the experience a nice experience or not? I want to hear you from. You know, most of us, including me, But me is not directly, it's my granddad. My dad only married one wife. And some of you said your dad, some of you said your granddad. And a member on the platform, who is my aunt, said her husband, who is my uncle, and she's here live and direct. So I want to hear from you. Was it a nice experience? Was it a nice experience? Please. We are not, and I passed through a lot in the hands of my dad's second wife. Wow. So Beatrice is saying that no, it was not a nice experience. She passed through a lot in the hands of the second wife. Wow, I met them all, my grandparents. Thank you, my dear. So was it a nice experience? And Tony, I love this Tony. Obianya, I can see your face. Obianya, I can see your face at the backstage. So Tony said the experience was horrible. It affected my journey even as a grandchild. Wow, wow, wow. If the experience to Tony, who is not directly impacted, is horrible, I wonder what the experience of the people that were there will be. Wow, thank you guys. I am Jesus boy. Jesus boy. My grandfather married 3 wives. My dad, 2 wives. My uncle, 2 wives also. Wow, wow, wow. So, Jesus boy, you're directly in a monogamous home. I need to hear from you directly then. Was the experience, how was the experience? So, the question now is, was it a nice experience? Was it a nice experience? The experience, according to Chijioke, is not nice, though. It affected a lot of relationship between my stepbrothers and sisters. Wow! 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 Khadija said polygamous is allowed. That is not the question. Correct. A lot, whether Islam, you say, but it has a condition. The question is not whether it's allowed. After all, non-Islam, also my granddad is not a Muslim, but he married 2 wives. 2 wives. The question now is, was it a nice experience? I will tell you about mine, but I want to hear about yours. Was it a nice experience? I really enjoyed their union. So Patience said it was a nice experience for her. Jane said not at all. It was not a nice experience at all. And Nangot said my mom's half sibling are just the opposite of biological sibling. Ha, the English too much. I'm not here to interpret grammar. And Patience said it was a nice experience. Madam Rose said, your uncle, that's my uncle, Papa Eni married. That's why I don't know my uncle. Listen, Madam Rose, you are in a polygamous home. Was it a nice experience for you? The question now is, was it a nice experience? Fumi said it really affected children's lives. Wow. Wow. Richie said, Father Abraham. Wow. I don't know what that means. And Shehu said, not a nice experience at all. Wow. Noble is laughing. I laugh with you. Joyce said, my dad married 3 wives. Thanks, Joyce. I wanted to know now, was it a nice experience? My dad, stepbrothers and sisters, not me. My dad married only one, my mom. We, the cousins, are not that close. Okay, I saw you say something about my dad and his sibling were inseparable. Fantastic. So, Khadija said the experience I had in my uncle's house with his wife, it was very nice experience because my uncle handled the house perfectly, which I love. Fantastic. Thank you very much. I wanted to know, was it a nice experience? Everybody with their different story. Noble say it affects children's life seriously. I want to know a direct experience in terms of not about children, or people, I want to know in your home, was the polygamy a nice experience? My mom, who is a victim. Wow, Peter, that is a strong word. So Peter said, my mom, who is a victim, warned us. I remember you said this last week, not to be victim of this type of marriage. Wow, not at all. Wow. Favor said, good evening, man. Thanks for the money you gave me. Favor, thank you too. Okay, so Oni said it was not nice at all. And Opeyemi is tagging. All right. So right now, let me ask the next question. The next question now is, I'll type it. Sorry, I'm typing it. Sorry. Okay. Now, the next question. Oh, Jesus. It disappeared. Oh. Out. Okay. So the next question is this. Let me see the answers first. Anthony said, thank you for joining. Okay, your friend came. All right. Eunice say it's terrible experience. Now, the next question is this. Would you like your daughters? Would you like your daughters, fam? I need you to be honest. I have a daughter. I will also tell you what I think. But the question is, would you like your daughters to go into a polygamous home? Everyone, would you like your daughters to go into a polygamous home? Yes or no? This said, no, I can't. Chijoke said, never. Mohammed said, no. Ezine said, no. Ezine, okay. Patient said, never. Wow. Patient, that word is heavy. Nancy said, not at all. So again, the question is, would you like your, I have a daughter, she's 20 years old. I know what I would like for her. So the question I'm asking you is, would you like your daughter to go into a polygamous home where she will be one of many wives? Or no? Madeline said no. Isn't this button? um, Triumph said in our mind, and Dasun said yes now. Yes now. So Dasun said he or she would love his or her daughter to go into a polygamous home. Dasun, I want to ask you another question. Please call in if you can. Another question for Dasun is, do you have a daughter? Dasun, I'll be reading. I want to know, do you have a daughter? Please let us know if you do have a daughter. Nancy said no. Mohammed said capital no. Ezinne said mbano. Sharon said polygamy is not a good thing at all. Deborah said no. Oni said never. Balogun said no. Christine Nazi said never. Favor Daniel said, with all of this experience, I really feel for a lot of people. That's why there is a lot of family conflict. Sharon said, no, God forbid. Wow, that's strong. Modupe is commenting. Opeyemi said, polygamy is not a good experience. Nobu said, I don't have daughter. Okay, I don't know if he's the one I asked, if he has a daughter. Okay, I don't have a daughter right now. Were you the one I asked if you had a daughter, Nobu? Were you the one? Because I asked one person in particular that said yes. So I want to know, never ever. I see a lot of God forbid, never, never, never rest, never, never, never rest. Okay, so this is, as I said to you guys, this is an interactive session. And I know why I want it to be. It's not about people coming to talk to us. First of all, I'm calling someone. So is something all right. So will you like now, farms, farms. The next, okay. 1 minute. Have you sent him the link? Fantastic. Call him as well. Tell him to join. Thank you. All right. So farms. Fans, the question now is this. I've asked you all if you wanted your daughters or your daughter to go into a polygamous relationship. A lot of you said no. One person said yes. And I asked the person, do they have a daughter? I don't know if they are the one that said no, they don't. I don't know. I didn't take note of their names. So the question now, family member, is how many wives do you have? Family, for both men and women on the platform. How many wives do you have? If you're a co-wife, say two. If even if you're a woman, if your husband has more than one wife, say two, three. Just give me an answer. So, fam, how many wives? Hey, now wow, Koto. Let me see. Polygamous family isn't encouraging, but if my daughter, okay, I think he's the one that said, I don't know, but I'm assuming. But if my daughter chooses to live with that, then I don't have options for that. So that's not the question. Noble. I hear you say it's not encouraging, but you allow your daughter. Absolutely. You can't even stop her. But my question is, will you want your daughter? So there's difference between allow. Even if you stop her, she may run away and go and join them. The question is, will you want your daughter to come from such? So now, the next question is, how many wives do you have in the family? Only me. Oh. This is interesting. Single, still single. Okay, Modupe. I'll tell my brother to come and marry you. Yes. My father married 8 wives. Ooh, that's not the question. So the question now is, how many wives do you have? Not your father, mother, uncle. Is now us. Like my husband, I think is married to only me. You never can tell what's happening. But in my own thoughts, I see myself as his only wife. He comes back home on a daily basis into the house, unless he's on a night shift. So I think that I'm married to only my husband is married to only me. You never can tell, but right now I think it's only me. So let's ask. I want you all to tell me, just me and my husband. I'm the only wife. This sounds so interesting to hear. I don't. It's not about your father. My I alone. Fantastic. So I have 2 wives and 4 children. Okay. Dashin. I think you're the one that said you don't mind. I think if I remember. Dashin, let me know if you said 4 children. You have daughters. It will be very important. Nazan is looking at our numbers. So not only me, my husband Mario. Okay, oh, if you lie, thunder fire you. Oh. I don't know who she's talking to. So just me. All right. Before we continue, fans, I have a video I want to play. I went around today. Oh dear me, I can't even see the video. Let me see. I went around today. Let's see. Fantastic. Family members, I went around today sampling opinion of people. There were loads, but I just chose 2. All of them had the same answer, both young and old. Some of them didn't want to appear on camera. Some of them don't want their faces to be seen, so I didn't really bother to play their voices. But some of them were happy because before I asked for consent, and they gave me permission to record them. So I went to the park this afternoon today, and I sampled the opinion of people here. I'm also sampling your opinion from wherever you are online. So let me play for you, if you don't mind. I'll play for you what the opinion of two people I interacted with said regarding polygamy. And I interacted with also women, but the women refused to show their faces. These are the only ones that agreed to show. My name is Nurse Angel, and okay, so I'm going to play the video. I am the host of In Our Mind Talk Show. So tonight, Jesus, can you hear him? Tonight we are going to continue a part 2 of our discussion on polygamy. I'm just going around. Can you hear him? I can't hear him. Oh, can you hear him? Jibes, can you guys hear him?
We can hear you talking.
Jibes, can you hear him? Chito,
We
can you hear him?
only hear you talking.
Yes.
You are still saying
No,
something.
I muted him. Obianyo, can you hear him?
You are still talking on the video, so
I can't even hear anybody. Obianyo, are you talking to me?
yes, I'm talking.
I can't hear anyone. I think there's something wrong with the sound. Let me go to settings. Audio. Woo. Wow. Okay, 1 minute, family, 1 minute. I think there is something wrong from my own end. You guys can hear me, but I can't hear. They are all unmuted talking to me, but I can't hear. Yes. Can you hear him? Can you hear the video? No, he has not started speaking. Can you hear me? Well, I can't hear myself. Wow. Okay, let me do something. I would have loved to hear, so I'll follow on with it. But let me see. Thank you for calling. All right. So they said they can hear the video, but I can't hear it. I'll start it again. So listen, I don't know what's going to happen now. Yeah, so my name is Nurse Angel, and I am the host of In Our Mind Talk Show. So tonight we are going to continue a part 2 of our discussion on polygamy. I'm just going around talking to people to find out their opinion regarding polygamy, meaning where either a man or a woman marries multiple women or multiple husbands. I just wanted to sample your opinion regarding polygamy.
Well, a relationship is a commitment, you know, so if you're committing to one person, you should stay loyal and faithful to that one person.
Can you speak louder, please?
You know, if you're committing to a relationship, you need to stay loyal and commit to that relationship. So I don't believe in polygamy. I can't believe that you can love more than one woman at the same time.
Wow. Okay. Just on a follow-up question. So you definitely think a man to a woman?
Yes.
Okay. Do you think it works?
Yeah. Yeah, because that, you know, that connection between humans, you know, you create that bond, and, you know, you I don't think you'll gain respect by looking elsewhere.
Oh, fantastic. Thank you very much. And what's your name again?
Chris.
Chris.
Yes.
Chris, thank you very much.
Nice to
thank
meet
you.
you.
It's a pleasure. Thank you. And you're happy for me to use the video?
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Can you send it to me?
Oh, I will. Daddy, please, my name is Nurse Angel. I'm from In Our Mind Talk Show, and we are going to talk about polygamy tonight. I want to hear from you. Are you practicing polygamy?
No,
Why not?
because as I said, I only believe in one wife.
You only believe in one wife. Why?
Because that's the way you can call it cultural thing. That's the way I've been brought up from childhood.
Okay.
Beside that, that's the law.
That's the law.
Yes.
I heard you talk something about your religion as well.
Yes, I am a Hindu. In Hinduism, you're not allowed to marry more than one woman.
I hope you teach me Hinduism because I've been looking to.
What about Krishna?
Yeah, as I said, as I said, Krishna was a god. So
How many wives did he?
God have
No, but that's
wives
not.
everywhere.
How many wives did he have?
1608.
Is it true?
That's Krishna, yes.
Did he meet them?
He's the head of
Did
Hinduism.
he
He
satisfy
He
them?
was asked this question by one of the demigods.
Yeah.
He said, Krishna, you've married 1608 wives. How do you do it? How can you manage? How can you keep them all happy? I don't see any of them arguing. They're all so happy with you. He said, go and ask them. And when he went, any wife he went to, Krishna was there with him.
What?
Krishna was with her.
What do you mean? How will
Means
he be
was
with-
there.
will
Because that's
he
why
be-
I said, if you're God, you can do what you like.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Krishna was God himself. He said he was God.
But why do you not want to be like Krishna, to marry, like your son is asking, to marry more than one wife?
Because I am nowhere. I am just a normal human being, and I don't have that kind of capability, you can call it.
Do you think?
I don't think I can handle it. It's hard to handle one woman. Plus, it depends on which era you're living in.
hard.
We are living in Armageddon, and here it's hard to keep one woman happy or your partner happy. It's very hard. There are too many needs.
Can I ask you a
Older
question?
people didn't have many needs. They didn't have TVs to pay for. They didn't have cars to pay for. All they need was a food. They hardly bought clothes. So, and they ate just good food and didn't have much work. So all they had time for women. So they had many women.
Can I ask you a question? Do you think that women these days will be happy to be multiple wives as compared to olden days?
No, women today they won't stand for it.
Why?
Because in older times, women didn't have many rights at all. It's only 19th century women had rights, started right to women. Even that, some of the countries still don't have it.
Correct.
Women still don't have rights in many countries, especially Muslim countries, like Afghanistan, Pakistan. Women have not much right.
Can I ask you, are you tying rights to polygamy?
I'm saying right to do a lot of things. Right to speak, right to speech, right to...
Okay, let me ask you again. Are you saying that countries where women have rights, they don't usually marry multiple women then?
I think the countries where women have their full rights, majority of them would not stand for it. But
Stay at
today,
home.
economy matters.
Economy.
Economy matters. Even in today's, if a woman is very rich, she's got more men than one. You know that. Many women have had many men. So that proves my point right from one, as I said. If you're very rich and you can afford it, then some women might want to stay with you even there more than one.
Are you saying that marrying more than one wife or one husband has to do with resources, money?
Yes, but at the same time, if legally they're allowed, because don't forget, recently the guy who owned Amazon, he had divorced and he had to give half of his wealth to his wife, remember? She left him with 68 billion she took. You know that?
I'm just hearing that.
Oh, you don't know?
I honestly
The guy
did
who
not-
owns Amazon, he fell in love with a young woman, so his wife gave him a divorce with a deal of a half of his wealth, which was 68 billion. She's the richest woman on the planet.
Wow.
So as I said, if you can afford to pay that, even then she didn't want a second wife, did she?
No.
Well then, would you? Or let me ask you that question.
Yes.
Would you?
Would I?
Would you accept a second wife with your husband if you have?
Sir, thank you very much.
Thank you. Nice
Thank you
talking.
very much. You have really, thank you very much, Ajay.
welcome.
Ajay, I'm going to use this video. He said to me, would you want to be? So, as I said, I thought, now why am I just talking? Let me sample opinion. I sampled opinion of a lot of people. Some of them were camera, as in, oh, I don't want to be on camera. And these ones were the ones that agreed. So I asked them about polygamy. I was shocked. One of them is an Indian man. The last man is an Indian man with his son. And looking at him, he's like a granddad. So I was thinking he would be like, yes. And he said no. Like what I realized, his son started challenging him. What about Krishna? He married a lot of women, and he said 1,000 and something. And I was like shocked. I'm like, since your God, the God you're worshiping, did that, why don't you want to do that? He said, no, 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 no. And that is what I wanted to determine from us, because it's easier said than done. Let's be honest. It's honestly easier said. I love the Indian man. Yeah. Even the other guy, Chris is his name. Chris talked about commitment, giving all your attention to one woman. And I was wondering, I was like, okay, it's not even easy. I have one man in the house. We have 3 children. Most of our children are grown. Even at their grown age, it's still difficult to get one man and one woman, including me, to give all our attention to our 3 children, not to talk of more. But again, we are not the best. I'm not saying this one is bad, this one is good. I'm talking about what Chris said in the video. Chris was talking about commitment, to commit to one person, to give your time, attention, that you can't love 2 people at the same time. I was like, wow. So let me see, family, you can call in. I'm waiting to see if Rose Onuko is going to call in. I want someone to tell us practical example of polygamy. I think I am going to call Madam Rose. Madam Rose, I will be calling you because I want to hear from you. You are, most family members said, let me see, me, I didn't want divided. Quick gracious! Okay, quick gracious, I agree with you. You see, the Indian guy talked about previously and today's woman, and that today's woman, he was talking about rights, and I was like, wow, because when we talk about certain things, I tie it to human rights. People are like, no, it's not that if you have rights, you wouldn't want more men, or that's to be married to one man, a lot of women. But you know, when you're not going to school, let's be honest, there are lots of things to say. Let me just call Madam Rose first. I want to call Madam Rose Onuko. So she will tell us if polygamy is something she will encourage her daughters
device
to go
disconnected.
into.
No device connected.
Yeah. Let me see. Oh dear me. Let me connect the device. Madam Rose, if you are hearing the phone ringing, please, she's here now. So, Madam Rose, sorry, let me connect you to the speaker. Fantastic. So, Madam Rose.
Hello?
Yes, thank you for picking the call. Madam Rose, you are in a very noisy place. Madam Rose, you are in a very noisy place. Can you go to a less noisy background? Madam Rose, can you go to a less noisy background, please? Please. You have a lot of. Let me call you directly. Please go to a less noisy background. I will be calling anyone that has story to tell me, good or bad, should call. Please. But because Madam Rose is currently, I want to hear from her. Her husband, my uncle, my dad's younger brother, was married to 2 wives. I can only say it was good or bad, but Madam Rose is here to talk live and direct. I can't talk for her, but she can definitely speak for herself. Let's hear from Madam Rose what it was like. Okay, so again, family, if you have a story to share, please call. Let us hear your story. Queen Gracious. Yes, it's right, divided attention. And this creates a lot of jealousy. People will say, oh, Madam Rose should pick up. If you want, you can call directly. Suleiman, Uma, it's not easy to keep yes. Okay, hello, Madam Rose. Yes, Madam Rose. Thank you very much. Thank you for picking. You're currently live on In Our Mind Talk Show. We've been seeing your write-up, and we are talking about polygamy. I forgot about you. You reminded me that your husband, who is my uncle, you know I love him, and my dad's younger brother was married to 2 women. Can I ask you a direct question? Was it a good experience or not?
Okay,
I said, you are married to, you have a co-wife, yes or no?
Yes, I have a co-wife.
Fantastic. Is a man marrying 2 women, is it good experience for you?
No, it's not good.
It's not good.
It's not good. And second, the man married 2 wives. It made that man die early.
Thank you.
Because of problem. Is this one? The first one, the stubborn. Second one, the there are 2 that disturb. It makes the man, all the men work are being confused. All the men work also. The man is 2 dying earlier. Why not about drama? 2 wives is not good for a man.
I lost my uncle in 2020. Yeah, am I correct, Madam Gosh?
Yes.
I lost my uncle. My dad, we had to fly to Nigeria. Myself and my dad flew to Nigeria. There was a whole lot of commotion. It was a house of commotion. I will not lie to you.
Yes.
This wife with her children, this wife with the children, wow. It was not easy for my uncle. And my uncle was my dad's younger brother. Thank you for, you see, she just said it all. And family, even Spencer last week, Spencer couldn't come this week. So hopefully he will come next week. Spencer said a lot of men die early. And we were just talking, yeah. Here is one of us on the platform. The first question I asked her, was it a good experience? She said, it made the man die early. Madam Rose, is your co-wife still alive?
Yes.
Are both of you living in the same house?
No.
Why is it still a problem since you're not living in the same house?
Because since my husband married her, I was in my father's house until the death of my husband. Then I came back and buried my husband. After that, I stayed in this compound for some years. Then she started pursuing me, saying that this compound is not for me, it's not for me, it's not for me. My husband gave her. Then later, he messed up. She messed up. And she messed up. People of whom would do I can say no, it can't work.
All right.
Because I am the first wife.
Okay.
I am not pursuing her. That she don't have right to pursue me. That makes it she leave the compound.
Okay, so Madam Rose is the first wife of my uncle.
Yes.
And she has a co-wife. The co-wife is not here to speak for herself. But what we can gather is that it was not a pleasant relationship. Is that correct?
Yes.
Fantastic. So you have children yourself, both male and female. You have 1 girl and about 4 boys. Is that correct?
Yes.
Will you allow your son to marry more than 1 wife?
Will you allow my son to marry?
We have to stop over.
will you advise your sons to
They're
marry?
having a stop. They're having a stopover.
No, I will never try it. I will never try. He will marry one wife. Whether the wife born a girl for him or boy a boy for him. No, only one wife he will marry.
Okay, what about your
Two
daughter?
wife is not good.
Will you advise your daughter to marry more than to be a co-wife?
Second wife, second husband, no. I will not.
Okay, thank you. All right, thank you, Madam Cash. I just wanted to hear from you directly. You can go back to the page again.
Okay.
Thank you. So, Khadija said, if a man married a troublesome wife, Khadija said, if a man marries a troublesome wife and then he decided to marry another one, is that evil? That is her question. Number one, Khadija, I want to understand what you mean by a troublesome wife. You see, fans, Dr. Temitope is here. Dr. Temitope, you're welcome to the show. I know you were supposed to come, but you were on a transit. Khadija, for a man and a woman to decide to get married is a good union. So I don't know what you mean by troublesome wife, because we probably have troublesome women. We also have troublesome men. I don't honestly know where you're coming from, Khadija, and I would like you to explain to me, because you are asking if a man marries a troublesome wife. Remember, he chose to marry the woman. For him to decide to marry the woman, I think they were probably in love. I'm thinking probably they were in love. So if he's married to a woman and decide to marry another, is that evil? Khadija, I think you should answer this question. First of all, I don't understand the troublesome wife. I know what you're saying, but I don't want to, connect with it, because they are married together and troublesome and go and marry another. Honestly, I can't answer that question. I don't want to go into that. I can't honestly. I don't want to answer. You answer it. Khadija, please, Khadija, can you give me a call? Let me call Khadija. I believe I have your number. Let me call Khadija to understand what she means by troublesome wife. Where is Khadija? Khadija, do I have your number, Khadija? Khadija, please call in our Mind Talk Show number. Khadija, I hope this is you. It says Khadija. I hope this is you. So Khadija, I'm calling you. Can you please? It says calling. Okay, it's ringing. I'm calling. I want us to talk about this. I don't want to talk about it because I don't understand what the troublesome wife is. Fantastic. Is this Khadija? Let me connect you to this. Fantastic. Khadija, thank you for picking my call. Khadija, I saw your question on the page. Let us talk about that. So talk to me. What was your question?
My question, the comments from the comment section was what triggered that question, because a lot of people are saying polygamous is evil, polygamous is this, polygamous is that. What is evil to you might not be evil to another person.
Correct.
That was the reason why I said Islamically, polygamous is allowed Islamically, but it has a condition. Okay. I'm a Muslim. And them saying polygamous is evil. That was the reason why I asked. We women, it's common, even in men. When you are dating someone, when you are in courtship, you don't expect the 100% behavior from the both parties. Not until when you are both living together.
I love what you're saying. Go on.
So by living together, that was when you will have to know, okay, this man or this woman has a very hidden character that I don't know. From she giving you a rest of mind, then she starts nagging, she starts snapping out, you know, that kind of thing. Then the man will decide, okay, instead of divorcing this woman, because he already have a kid with her and he don't want to push her away, he decides to marry another person. Is that evil? Because I don't understand why a lot of people will be criticizing polygamous as evil.
Okay.
In a lot of homes, if we have a peaceful home, it's from the man, because my uncle is a polygamy in nature. If you want to buy, Islamically, if you have two wives and you want to buy slippers for both of them, and you're having one money for a slippers, he will not even buy it. Because Islamically, you have to be equal. We know we are not perfect. We are not 100%, but you have to try. You can't love everybody 100% because what Mr. A is doing for you, not necessarily Mr. B should adapt to that kind of situation. But when you want to, okay, this is Islam, and if I do this, I have a punishment in front of God. Let me just do what it's assigned to me Islamically. That was the reason why I said the experience I had with my uncle is a very good experience, because if my uncle wants to buy a single sweet and the money is not up to, he would rather not buy anything and come back home. And then he doesn't show this kind of, I love this person's child more than this. He loved the children equally. And then the wives, he bought only one car for them. The senior wife would drive to school, while the junior one would bring them back home. So being polygamy to me is not evil at all. My marriage is not more than 2-3 years now. But if my husband wants to marry another woman, I will support him completely because it's allowed. In as much as he will be justice. That was the reason why I asked that question. Is it evil?
Okay, thank you very, very much. Your voice is so strong. The energy and the passion is so hot. We hear you. We hear you. A lot of calls are coming in, but I'm happy if it's just you we talk about what you're asking about. Number one, Khadija, thank you for picking the call.
Yes.
Number two, I heard you. You spoke about your religion, and we all respect religion. And again, you also know. Why is some? Hold on. Why are you? Hello. Why are you calling? Don't worry. I'll call you after Khadija. Yeah, I'll call you after Khadija. So thank you. Call back after Khadija. So someone wanted to respond to you, but let's go on. So Khadija, there is something you said that I respect. Number one, you spoke about your religion. I respect. And I also want you to know, Khadija, are you still there? Hello, Khadija. Khadija? Hello?
Yes, ma'am, with you, ma'am.
Fantastic. So, Khadija, you spoke about your religion.
Yes,
I want you to know that apart from religion, do you know that some traditional rules are also permit and allow till tomorrow more than one wife? Are you aware of that? Thank you. So,
yes, ma'am.
So there is something else you said. You're so angry from your voice. The voice is so firm and strong. So I gather that you are upset. Am I correct to say that you are upset that people said it's evil?
Yes, you're on point.
Correct.
Yes.
And you are really upset because you, from your own point of view, it is good, not evil. Correct?
Yes. Yes, because I want everybody to just speak for his own. Just speak for yourself,
okay.
not categorize or generalize.
Khadija, if you remember when you were speaking,
yes, ma'am,
I was quiet and I was listening. So right now, I want to ask you a question. You're asking them to speak for themselves. But what I'm hearing you that you're not saying is to stop saying it's evil. Is that true?
Yes.
Thank you. Can I ask you a question, Khadija? Since,
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
since
ma'am.
polygamy is not bad, is accepted by your religion, and you think is good from your own experience, yeah, why are you angry and bitter when another is saying that it is bad from their own experience, that it is evil from their own experience? Why do you find that offensive? Remember, Khadija,
okay,
remember,
yes,
your religion and their tradition agree with it. Remember? And remember, Khadija, myself speaking, you don't even know my opinion yet, but I can tell you that my grandfather had 2 wives. My dad is a product of polygamy. I've not told you yet my experience. The guy asked me a question. I didn't answer him. I will still be talking about my own personal experience. So you shared your uncle's experience at the short time. Remember, you're not in your uncle's house completely fully, but I agree with your short experience of what you understood or you saw from the short time you saw what happened. But I am now asking you a question. Why are you offended when other people are sharing their own personal experience? They said in their own experience is evil, and they said it's evil in their experience because of their own experience. Why is it upsetting you? Khadija, you know I love you, so I want you to tell me, why is their own experience and their own point of view offensive to you? And like you said, and I respected it. I said I respect you. You know, I love Muslims. As Umari, I really did love Umari. So I will not lie to you, Khadija. Just on top of it, when I was in Abuja, I was working with Muslims, and I wanted to convert. Nearly cannot kill a bird. I nearly converted to Muslim because they were all pampering me. Oh my God! I because I had a boyfriend whom I later married. Wallahi talai, I would have converted. And even when I got married to my husband, you see my first son, his name is Kobe. When I gave birth to my first son, I sent him to a Muslim school. My son, when we were in Nigeria, attended a Muslim school. That is to show you how much I love Muslims. But now, I respect Muslims, their religion, tradition, their practices and doctrine. My question to you again, Khadija, why are you so offended?
Yes,
why are you so upset that people are sharing their own experience? You shared an indirect experience. Whatever I will say to you is not direct, because that's why I called a woman. Remember, my granddad married 2 wives. So my dad told me his experience. Anything I say to you is my dad's story, not mine. Yeah? No.
Yes, ma'am.
No. My auntie that is currently married to a man that has 2 wives, I got her to share her own. You know, there's something like your experience in your own shoe. Anyone know wearing your shoe, we don't understand your experience. So, you said it was good from your indirect. Let me, if you don't mind, is it okay to say your own is indirect because you're not in one? Is it okay to say yours is indirect?
No problem, ma.
No, is it? You know what I'm asking? You are not directly married to a man. Yeah. So from your indirect experience and from a little observation, you really did like it. Is that correct?
No.
Huh?
Yes, ma'am.
So my question to you, because you know our page is a love page. All we do is to love.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So the strength and the energy I had in your voice and the hardness of it told me you were upset. I didn't need to see you. So my question to you, Khadija, is since we accept your experience, or rather, since we accepted your indirect experience from what you saw your uncle do, which was very good, from my own listening to you, my question to you is, why are you upset when another person is sharing either a direct or indirect experience, saying it's bad, it's evil from their own point of view? Why are you upset?
You asked a question earlier about your experience, right?
Yes.
Then I said, from my own experience, this is what I experienced. Then another person said, from my own experience, what I'm expecting from them was to say, from my own experience, polygamy is evil. I know it from your own experience or from your own perspective, but generalizing the whole thing, someone was saying, hashtag, say no to polygamous. I don't understand. Why will you be contesting for that something you don't even understand? You just speak for yourself. Okay. Stop generalizing the whole thing.
Okay, thank you very much for
giving
us more clarity. So I get you now. So you're not angry that they said it's evil. You are not saying they are not saying say no to. Okay, I hear you, Khadija. I really do like you. You know, you've always called. So I really saw your comment. Let me tell you now why I wanted to talk to you directly, Khadija. So Khadija,
yes.
So I think in my own, you tell me whether I'm correct or not. And I'm ready to make amends. It's cracking, Khadija. Are you listening to another device? Can you turn it off, please? Turn off anything that is on, please. Because you're echoing, please. Or rather, I'm echoing.
Sorry.
Fantastic. Thank you very much. So, Khadija, you wrote, because let's be honest, men and women are human beings. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, some religious practices and traditional practices give more right to one than the other. Is that correct? I'm not pointing any finger to anyone. I say some religious, traditional, and we are not talking about the reason. We are not talking about the reason. It could be for a good reason. But some religious practices and some traditional practices. Remember, even in the Bible, there are the men of God that we are married to 700 wives. How many hundred concubines? Is that not correct?
No. That is Solomon, yes, ma'am.
Fantastic. So are you still with me if we say that some religious, traditional, societal practices give more right to one than the other? Is that correct?
Yeah. Yeah, that's correct.
Thank you. So when you now came, you were upset from your write-up. You were upset when you now started saying some women are. What did you say about the women? Troublesome.
I said, yes, when a man married a troublesome wife and he started to marry another one.
Thank you. That's okay. That's okay. So, for you, what you are not trying to do because you were upset is a kind of justifying reason for the man, and also trying to say the woman in that marriage may be troublesome. That is why another woman was married on top of her head. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, let's not do that, Khadija. You know, one thing I want us to learn on this platform, Khadija, is not to talk much when we are upset. And let's also have a free, open mind to accept that everyone have their own, like you said it. You said your religion permits it, this and that, and I know. Who doesn't? Everyone knows. And you were offended as if they were talking to your religion. No. That is why I try to tell you that there are traditional practices that also accept it, which you are aware. So, Madam Rose, if you had listened, she talked about her own experience that the husband died early. Did you hear that?
Yes,
based on the wahala from two women, and I don't want to go too much into that. We'll go into it another time. But I want you to go with this knowledge. It's okay for everybody to share their experience. It's also okay for everybody to have an open mind to accept any experience, no matter how opposing it is to you. You don't have control over anybody's experience or thought. All we can do is to share ours to show a different perspective as well. Now, saying no to polygamy is them saying it. You're not joining them, are you?
No.
Are you not? Or is it wrong if for instance, if I came now to say yes to polygamy, Khadija, you will not be angry, will you?
Yes.
Will you be angry?
I won't.
Huh?
I won't.
Thank you.
No.
So it's just that it was something different from your own opinion. That was what upsets you, yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so right now as we've spoken, are you still upset?
Oh, no.
I love you, Khadija. I do love you. So I'm happy that we are all here to share our different experience. We are all open to understanding and accepting other people's experience. And please, let's not demoralize somebody to say you are troublesome. That is why they go mad. Khadija!
Ma, even if a man is troublesome, the woman have every right to file for a divorce. It's not a do or die affair.
I like that. Okay, so divorce will be another topic we'll talk about. Don't worry. But I will tell you, Khadija, some people think that marriage is do or die affair anyway. That they rather die than to get divorced. All right, so I'm happy to speak to you again, Khadija. Although it was live on air, but I'm happy to speak to you. So I want you to go back to the platform and accept people's different opinion. Don't be upset. If they say yes to polygamy, you'll be happy. When they say no to polygamy, you're angry. All right, thank you very much, Khadija. Go back to the page, please. I'm reading your comments. All right, bye-bye. All right, so let's see what the family members have been saying. What if he marries the second one worse than the first? Peter, do anyone want to make a last call before we close? Oh my God. Okay, Noble, a lot of polygamous families are divided according to the number of wives and that the man married to. It's hard to see the children unite together in polygamy, and in most cases, it troubles the man, and even leads to the man to early grave. In conclusion, in polygamous family, there are more disadvantages than advantages, speaking out of experience. So, Noble, thank you for sharing your own experience, Noble. Dr. Temitope, you've been doing disappearing acts at the backstage. Wisdom Bank, I love you, ma. What is Wisdom Bank? What do you mean? Let me see. This is really serious, yes. Madeline, Dr. Temitope, you can start speaking at any time. You're doing disappearing act. So Madeline said polygamy is practiced by a lot of people, but in Nigeria, both in Nigeria and outside, different tribes and religions, but it is not advisable to go into if you cannot perfect it. Because according to the man Mommy interviewed, he said he is just a human being and he believes in one wife, and he believes a man cannot love more than one woman. No matter what, there must be that particular wife that the man love more than the rest. I think that's what she's trying to say. Thank you, guys. I don't know if I should say my thoughts tonight or if I should hold it for another. Family, should I say my thoughts tonight or should I keep it for another? Adenike, is she experiencing it herself? And love you, Ma Ugama. Okay. Dr. Temitope is here. I don't know, Dr. Temitope, if you want to share. Yeah, you're at the back. You are not visible, but you're at the backstage. I would, Mama, my Malam is a strong Muslim. He married only one wife. Yeah, Ilausu, I saw your call. I saw a lot of calls. Ilausu, do you still want to call and speak? Let me hear from Ilausu. Because when I was speaking to Rashidat, Ilausu was busy calling and calling. I was turning it off because I saw an anger or the satisfaction in Ilausu, in Rashidat, I mean. Ilausu, good evening. I saw your call. A lot of people were calling. But because I saw your comment, I decided to call you back.
Thank you for calling back.
Why were you trying to call?
Yeah, I wanted to speak on what Khadija said. What if a man married a troublesome wife, and she now decided to go and marry a second wife? So I wanted to say, what if the second wife is 3 times troublesome than the first wife? You see, I will not. I'm not condemning polygamy.
Oh, Jesus, sorry. Sorry. I went to answer a call and it cut her off.
Device disconnected.
So Rashidat, we can't hear you. Ilausu, I don't know. I have to turn this person off. So Ilausu, hello. Let me call her back. I went to answer a call, and because the 2 phones are connected to one speaker, on live show. I'm on live show. So Rashida, Ilausu.
Yes.
Sorry. Continue. A call cut you off. Continue.
Okay. All right, ma. So, I am not condemning, because I also came from a polygamous family.
Okay. No, I don't.
How troublesome polygamous family. Hello, ma.
Yeah, I can hear you. Continue.
Okay, ma. I know how troublesome it is. My father married to 3 wives.
Wow.
3 wives. Yes, 3 wives, which my mom happens to be the second. So polygamous home is such a terrible home. To me, I'm speaking from my own experience. Very, very terrible. So to go and marry into a polygamous home, or will I advise my even my enemy? I cannot advise to. But when it happens, we just have to take it as we just have to accept, because some, it's not as if they wish to go into it. It happens to them as a result of maybe if a man is hiding, and there are men that are different men that hide. They will say they are single, and at the end of the day, they will go and marry another wife. So I will just say that polygamous families, to me, is not the best, honestly. So saying that if a woman is troublesome, the man wants to go and marry another wife. What if the woman he wants to go and marry is even 3 times troublesome than the first wife? So we cannot say because my wife is troublesome, then it's just as if you are putting another trouble from fry pan to fire. It's just as if you are putting another trouble upon another trouble. So to me, polygamous is a no to me.
Thank you very much, Ilausu. Thank you for calling. We couldn't hear you clearly because it was cutting. But thank you for letting us know your opinion. And that is exactly what we are trying to say, that everybody with their own opinion, nobody should be upset with other people's opinion. Nobody can even control you to do what you don't want to do. So on this Today is a calling session, is an interactive session. I'm happy we are all saying what we think rather than, we saying to you. I would like to find out from the house. Do you want to hear my own opinion? Do you want to hear what I think? I know there are many people with different opinion, more wisdom. Jay say yes, so a big no. A lot of ups and downs in some polygamy are caused by these men. Who are these men? I don't understand. Polygamous family is by choice, not accidental. Absolutely. This guy, Noble, I've been watching you. You're very smart. Nothing like accident or is that because of this or that. It's by choice. It's a choice. Enforcer, if half wife dey, if for better talk, less of two. Okay, enforcer is campaigning for half a wife rather than two wives. Okay, so I think it's a right on 100%. Let me say this. Um, Polygamy. We talked about it a lot. We defined it. So polygamy means either one man or one woman marrying several men or several wives. But polygyny, which is very common practice in most African and Asian communities, especially Muslim communities as well, but most Asian and African communities still practices it, is when a man is married to more than one wife. It's still currently in practice. My uncle that was married to two wives just died 2020. And when Spencer came, he talked about men die a lot younger than women. And then Khadija, whom is a family member and a very, very strong family member of ours, is also talking about troublesome wives. I like what she wrote. She said, what about if a man marries a troublesome wife? Hey. Now, because I've spoken to you, I can talk on that. If a man marries a troublesome wife, like she said, people are not really open, both men and women. You will see some men, like I read comments, they say you won't even know they are married. They will hide it and go and marry you. Then they will open up. So both men, because I personally am against coming from one side. I don't like it. That I'm a woman does not mean I'm not human. And that I'm a woman does not mean it's me, myself, and I alone. No, I'm not isolated. I'm not a lone person in the whole community. We have men and women. So right now, I want to say that both men and women can be troublesome. Both men and women can be controlling. Both men and women can hide. Please, let's not say just woman, but let me answer Khadija. So she asked about, what about when a man marries a troublesome wife? Let's imagine that she hid it. Then when he married her, she now showed him herself. I'm troublesome. Khadija, my sweetheart, my young sister, I want to say that if a man marries another woman because he has a troublesome wife, wow, commotion don't start. If a man cannot work with his wife in terms of both of them agree and come together to raise their children, and I don't know, let's imagine troublesome means giving trouble, always fighting, always arguing, always doing things that you think is troublesome, and you now go and marry another woman. Even the sound of it alone. In fact, I want to say that when a woman is good, that should be even when people that want to go into polygamy cannot say, okay, she's good, she would be good. Like I heard Khadija. Khadija said she wouldn't mind. And from her own perspective, she's good and loving. She's not troublesome to her husband. That is why she would not also mind. So all these people that don't mind is the one that is easy for you to get married to another because they don't mind. And like some people say, what about if that other person is 10 times worse? It will not be, it's not easier, but they may know how to work around it. But when a woman is troublesome, you now add another woman. I can't even answer that question because I'm scared. If you can't control, or you both of you can't work together, or you can't get things in order, and you bring someone else, three, when it's two, is troublesome. You now make it three. Khadija would have loved you to answer that question. Some people think they will not behave. Jesus, even monogamy is not easy, fam. Monogamy is not easy. One man, one woman is not easy. In fact, I'm currently, I think, I don't want to be saying it as a matter of fact, you never can tell. But right now, I think my husband is married only to me from my own perspective. And it's not easy. It's not easy. It's not easy even from when the children were small. Come and commit. Train the children. You don't train children with money. You don't train children with money. There are many children wandering in the streets, both from polygamous and monogamous homes. You don't train children with money. You train children with time. Time. There are many things we are lacking. The society is how it is because of the law. So when you're talking about money, you have resources, you can do what you like. What about the children you're producing in this world? Do you have the time for the children? Do you have their time? How are you? We are talking about training children. Training children is not about beating children. If you're beating them, you're creating violence in the society. What about committing your time? What about, I'm using myself. I know how much I want to give time to my children, but I don't think I should do it alone. Yeah, for me. I think it takes two to make a home. It doesn't take one. It's not one. No man or no woman can do it alone. So two together, we come together to make a home. So I don't think one person should train the child alone. I think the two to come together to train the child. You give them your own man perspective. You give them your own woman perspective. So it takes two at least to train a child. When there is no husband, in case of early death of either the husband or the wife, you can also get a female figure as well to put in the contribution from the other party, because the two come together to raise the home. So when you're talking about, what about troublesome woman, I'm more worried, because to get things in order is not to get somebody on top. If you want to be polygamous, by choice. If you want to be monogamous, by choice. Let's not start to demonize, say this woman is bad, therefore the husband went to marry. Like you said, divorce. That's a big issue altogether. Let us do what we can handle. Because for me, I know a lot, like Khadija said, and the guy on the video also said, I'll post the video on the page. He also talked about religion. He talked about tradition and culture. They impose a lot on us. Sometimes they don't even ask us what we want. And because we are very good, human beings are good, we like to follow policies. We like to go according to rules and regulations. Trust me. That is why we are 7 billion people, but very few people in the prison. Because generally speaking, people want to obey the rules and regulations. So when the tradition tells me you can marry 10 women, and tells me as a woman you should allow other women to come in, you see, people tend to do what the traditions say. But what about what they want? Also, religion and what have you. If that is what they want, that's their choice. There are many things we can look at. There are many. In fact, the more I want to talk, the more I have a lot to say. In terms of polygamy, if you look at the world of the other days and currently, like the time of old, when they will tell you Solomon has 700 wives, 300 and something concubines, this one had this, you will see that those periods, things are not the same as they are now. Even those 700 wives, in a year, you have 365 days. I don't understand. Is it that one of the wives will not see the husband in many years? It is strange. But again, the man talked about human rights. He spoke about human rights. Most of us will say, I know my human right. I know my human right. We may not necessarily know it, but it's a topic for another discussion. But human rights, in the sense, I asked him, are you tying human rights to polygamy? Remember when they tell you you're just a woman, you need to sit here. You know, those days, women don't go to school. No. It's just recently here in UK, women were going to school, have the power to vote. Those days, women don't have any rights. Women, they will tell you, you are a woman. You should be a homemaker. Just come and bear children. Women, we are not working. Those days, women lacked a law. All you need to do is procreate. Come in, answer someone's name, give birth, and clean the house. That is all you get. Look at it. Marrying 700 women, marrying this and that. Let's be honest, we are still even fighting for women's rights till today. Some children, girl children, they are struggling, they are suffering in some countries, even in United Kingdom. I repeat, those days, women don't go to school, women are not allowed to vote, women are not allowed to do a lot of things. These days, let's be honest, women go to school. Let's be honest. Things have changed. Those days, I can't even talk to you online. You need power to go to the farm. These days, girls, look at me. I have a lot of degrees. Yes. I went not just to school, I acquired a lot of degrees. I have not less than 5 degrees. I have not less than 5 degrees, up to masters and even post level. I got a degree, an entry to do PhD, but because of movement, I did not take up the offer. I have more than 5 degrees. I have a degree in political science. I have a degree in human resources. I have a degree in international security. I have a degree in management science. I have a degree in nursing. I have more than 5 degrees. This is not courses. I'm talking about degree, master's degree. The first one was political science, my first degree. I got master's degree. I have a lot of degrees. If it were those days, I couldn't have been able to go to school, to do nursery school or primary school, not to talk of acquiring more than 5 degrees as a woman. So, those days, women do not go to work. It was all about men. Currently, in UK where we are, I think if I remember 1920 something, women fought for right for equal pay, showing you that because they were newly entering the labor market, they were paying the men more because they had been in the labor market, so they have the skills more. But when women started going to school and entering labor market, they are now equating men and now asking for equality, equal pay for equal work. Currently, I can tell you that most women earn more than their husbands. It's not a bad thing. It's who is able to provide. We need more money in the house. You can some people don't work, some women don't work, some men don't work. But what I'm saying is currently women are going to school, women are entering work jobs, women are making money. So the argument of people of old that they were marrying women to help them, give them food to eat, is not very strong now. There are other things you can now argue about. So regarding that, they are supporting women, giving them food because women don't go to school, women don't work. So if you're old, your father is no longer supporting you, you will not have anything to eat unless you're married. But currently, women have financial power. Do you want to say that you're not going to marry me as a second wife to help me eat? I say, no, I can eat, I can feed myself. So that reason is not going to work for me. Again, women get married to a lot of women. They say, women are loose of you. Come, let me help you. But let me say this to you for men, I'm on your side. I want to say that polygamy does not affect women much as it affects men. Next week, we'll be looking at side chick. I want to say to you that those time of old, when men marry based on power, muscle, wherewithal, they are kings. You see, 5% of men acquire all the women they want, leaving nothing for the other men that has little resources. I repeat, even polygamy favors women more than men. If I'm a man, I want polygamous family, it favors women more. I'm not saying I'm for it. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying I'm against it. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that polygamy favors women in the time of old more than men. Because you see King Solomon marrying 700 women. Why one man that had one wife? One man that could only afford one wife. The wife was having a shower. Another man that has a lot of wives came and took his wife away. Took his wife off him. You want polygamy? We do it according, because last time Spencer he told me, let's go back to the time of old. I'm pitying men, because you will see one man having a lot of wealth and they are marrying all the women, available women, beautiful women. One man will marry 1,000. The man said to me that their God, something, married 1,000. He said 1,600 and something women in that same community where there is scarcity of women. There may be known for the other men that don't have the resources. You're talking of polygamy, even side chick. Even people that argue based on side chick. Let me tell you something. You will see older men that are richer men, that has wherewithal, They will come and take your girlfriend. Your single man girlfriend. Your single man girlfriend. They come and take the girlfriend. They have their wives. They see a girl. Oh, this girl is beautiful. He's the girlfriend of this young guy. They are 22 years old. They are doing well. Come and take the girl. He has the money. You're talking about polygamy? You're talking about, I think polygamy favors certain men, not all men. Because you see, men, then women are not working, so they're all going to, oh my God, I want resources. I want where I will eat. I want my bread. I want to eat. Oh, I'm hungry, please. This man has a lot of wealth. I don't mind being his second, third, fourth, 500th wife, 1,000th wife. I don't mind because he will make sure I feed. But right now, the women don't really need who to give them food. Rather, they are looking for companionship. They are looking for love. They want someone that loves them. And they're not hungry. They can bring in resources and you they bring in, and they work together. And they feel, I need your love, not I need you to feed me. You see, things are changing. But when they were looking for somebody to feed them, even men that couldn't feed themselves could not marry. Men, in fact, if you do research, next week we are going to carry out a research. You will see that people say, oh, there are more women than men. There are more women than men. And when you show them that they are actually on earth, more men than women, they say all men are in prison. Excuse me, no. Many men than women are in prison, correct. But remember, there are many things women also do that they are scarce as well. Men are reverend fathers, women are reverend sisters. More. But that doesn't stop something anyway. What I'm trying to say is this. If you look, you will see that polygamy, that period in the old, you see people taking away your wife, taking away your girlfriend, taking your sisters by force because they have the power. They have the power. Ndaboski has the power. But it's not about power. It's about, we are not animals. We are humans. If you go back to polygamy, you will see even now in the society, you will see some sugar daddies going out with little girls that young boys cannot even touch. You see beautiful young girl in her 20s, 18, 19, 20. Instead of her young boy to be friendly with her, sugar daddy will come and take her, and the boys are crying. Who will we go out with? If you do the statistics, if you carry out the statistics, you say men are few, they're in prison, carry out statistics. You will see that men don't, currently, do your statistics. We'll do it next week. Men even don't have, if you check statistics of men that have sex and that of women that have intercourse, you see that more women statistically have more intercourse than men. No, Senja, don't come again. I didn't want to say this to you. I wanted you to research it. We'll do a research next week. I want to say to you, women are gatekeepers for sex. Women are gatekeepers. That is why you see some people beating and forcing it. If you allow women, and that is why I want us to change our mindset. Because for me, honestly, I know. I will soon wrap up. For me, I'm honestly in favor of all of us human beings. But I want to say to you, statistically, check it. A lot of men come for any woman, even a house girl. Men want most of these women, but women, they start choosing. Even a house girl, we don't agree to go out with a house boy. A house girl, we don't even agree to go out with get man. A house girl. You see, few women are going for, all the women are going for the rich men. That is why Dangote, if he coughs, you see every woman will come around him. Then other men would now be looking for those women, but they can't get. I'm not happy about that. But who am I? There are lots to say. Let me stop here. What I want to say to you is polygamy does not just favor men. A lot of men suffer because of polygamy. We'll talk more on that. Polygamy is not about giving me food to eat. There are lots to eat that meet the eye. And a lot of households have their own distinct experience. I think I have to stop now. I've been talking. Let me quickly see what the family members are saying. Even men are higher here. Oh yes, of course. They don't know. They think it's women. We've checked the statistics. We saw that more men are following us. Facebook showed us about, if we are 100,000 followers, 70 are men. Only 30,000 are women. I was like, what? We did statistics generally. We'll share it. Very good. You are correct, ma'am. I'd say, Noble, most men suffer in polygamous family, yeah. And I want to say to you, Noble, when you start seeing people, you talk intelligently, ma. Thank you, Toyin. You talk like me too. So when you start seeing men say, polygamy, be careful what you ask for. Because I'll leave it for next week. So let us dance and go. Okoto. Okay. I will dance to the emperor. Yes, I will dance to the emperor. After all, I'm also a man today. I forgot to ask you guys who wants to marry Nurse Angel? Who wants to marry Nurse Angel? Let me on the speaker. I think it went off, so I can dance and we go. Sorry about staying too long. Fantastic. Okay, so it's dancing time now. I have to do it like this. Yes.
The emperor, the conqueror, the champion, the lion is here. Zabo, zabo, anybody.
Yes, yes, yes. Yes, so we will be reading and closing in let me see what the family members are saying. Oh, Helen is dancing. Okay, me say, Mama, you like this music? Yes, I do, because it's the emperor. Yeah, part 3 is coming up. Hopefully, Spencer will come. Spencer will be around, so we'll talk about the part 3, and I will tell you more. And Nan Shak said, I love this dancing step. Thank you, Nan Shak. And Tony said, and then someone should show me how to use the dance emoji. Okay, please show Tony how to use the dance emoji, please. Oh, dear me. I think she's talking. I think it's time to go. Your dance steps are amazing tonight. Thank you very much. So I will end by saying, in our mind is definitely always in my mind, and your destiny is definitely in your hands. And what I want to say is, please, fans, let us respect one another. Let us respect one opinion. Let us understand, have an open mind to accept whatever anyone chooses. However, if we want, we can sell the best parts. You can sell the best part. If you think, oh, you like polygamy or you don't like polygamy, sell the part that you don't like or sell the part that you like if you want to convince others. That is all you can do. You don't need to be upset. You don't need to be annoyed. People have their opinion. People have their right. People choose what they like. Although it is influenced by the religion, tradition, society, environment, everything influence you. It's not just that you decided, because if you were not born in certain families, you may not choose what you're experiencing. So if you also here abroad, you may decide otherwise. So I let you go. Goodbye, farms. I love you all. Bye bye.